Into the outside from Jackson, Minnesota, the 5 of Luke Sadoff. Cool hand, Luke. Row 3 to the inside. Our oldest competitor from Wakefield, Nebraska, the number 71, picked up a heat race win last time we were here. That is Mike Benson. Into the outside, a former champion here with the RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model Series from Renner, South Dakota. It's Snowdrift Blair Norduft. The 9 car of Jared Jelsma from Springfield, South Dakota starts shotgun on the field. As we come to the green flag off turn number 4, Will Thunder and down into turns 1 and 2. Cade Richards, the number 6 car. He's got laps in a sport mod around this racetrack, and he'll have your race lead in the number 6, followed by Shane DeMay right behind him on the low side, the number 66 machine. Dylan Fitzpatrick up top, going to look to take a peek underneath of the skirt of the number 6 car, as Cade Richards still out in front running that low line. Fitzpatrick up top, Shane DeMay down low. Cool hand, Luke Sadoff will sit in that 4th place spot, as well as Snowdrift, the number 76 of Blair Norduft, and back there as well with Mike Benson. Richard will click off, another lap here in the number 6 machine, as it is going to be Shane DeMay powering by the 27 of Dylan Fitzpatrick as they come into turns 3 and 4. It is Norduft and Sadoff side by side. Norduft will take the position away from Sadoff as they come off turn 4. Back down into turns 1 and 2. Cade Richards, that orange number 6 machine, still with your race lead. Here comes the 66 of Shane DeMay working the bottom as Richards will slide to the top side. 4 to go this time, and DeMay is there. DeMay down into turns 1 and 2. It will be Richards getting the slide advantage down in the corner, as DeMay will try again now in turn 3 and 4. Fitzpatrick will stay on the high side, trying to keep the 27 off the wall. As here comes Shane DeMay once again. He might have had to lead that time by. And yes, Shane DeMay at the line of the 66 car. Here is Cade Richards up top now, trying to get the lead back from the 66 of DeMay. DeMay, your 3rd place finisher last season and your rookie of the year in 2022. Now fighting for the race lead with Cade Richards. Off of turn number 2. White flag coming out this time by for heat race number 1, brought to you by Peterbilt of Sioux Falls and ENA Concrete. And it will be Cade Richards taking the white flag that time to the number 6. Down into turns 1 and 2, they go. Barn burner here for heat race number 1. Into turn 3 and 4, DeMay on the low side. Richards now through the middle, sliding up high. DeMay trying to slide up as well, and it is going to be Cade Richards at the line in the number 6 machine. Wow! Cade Richards, 3rd night in a late model, and takes home his first heat race win in the number 6 machine. Shane DeMay was 2nd, Blair Norduft in 3rd. Dylan Fitzpatrick 4th, Luke Sadoff, Mike Benson, and Jared Jelsma for heat race number 1, brought to you by Peterbilt of Sioux Falls and ENA Concrete. As we come green off turn number 4. Heat race number 2, brought to you by Burt Sports Bar and Grill and the Beer Garden, both of Beersford, South Dakota. And it is Justin Zeiner out with your race lead in the number 62 machine. Gary Brown Jr. ripping the lip up top of the number 22 car. Out of Brandon, South Dakota, former champion up top. Your defending champion down low in that 3rd place spot as they're side by side for 3rd and 4th. Zeitner out in front, the number 62 machine out of Malvern, Iowa, champion in 2021. As it is Chris Johnson, the 7J machine. Now about to be the meat in the middle of the sandwich here. No, Trevor Anderson will slide it up in front of him. Anderson up to 2nd, your defending champion, who got the win here late last season. He'll now battle with Gary Brown Jr. 22 car up top now of the racetrack. Anderson working down low. He'll change lines and he'll go to the high side now, slide it up in front of Brown, as Brown will come back down through the middle of the 22. And he'll go downstairs now. Anderson will go upstairs. Zeitner, meanwhile, checked out in the 62 machine as green flag will fly high in the air. 2 laps to go. Johnson will slide it in front of the 20 car off turn number 4. White flag coming out this time by for Justin Zeitner. Johnson back to second. The battle rate is on between the 20 of Anderson, the 7J of Johnson, and the 22 of Gary Brown Jr. Gale Boat enters the mix. But meanwhile, into turn number 3, he will pick up the checkered flag and the heat race win. That is Justin Zeitner, the number 62. Second, gonna be close to call here, will be Chris Johnson, followed by Gary Brown Jr., Trevor Anderson, Gale Boat, and John Haase will round out your running order for heat race number 2. That does it here for qualifying action for the RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model Series. Row 3 to the outside, the 22 car from Brandon, South Dakota. That is Gary Brown Jr. And to the inside from Lincoln, Nebraska, the number 6 of Cade Richards. Row number 2 to the outside from Denison, Iowa. That's the 66 car, Shane DeMay. To the inside of him, the 76 car from Renner, South Dakota. That is Blair Norduft. Your front row starters look like this to the outside from Bloomfield, Nebraska. The 7J of Chris Johnson. And starting on the pole, it is a 62 car from Malvern, Iowa, Justin Zeitner. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your stars and cars for your RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model Series. We come to green off of turn number 4. Green flag flies. We're underway. 25 laps of distance here tonight. Justin Zeitner way upstairs as he will lead the pack down into turns 1 and 2, and now into 3 and 4, and start to gap the field. Chris Johnson sits in that second place spot. 3 wide now in the mid-pack as we come to turns 1 and 2. Zeitner way up high on the racetrack as Chris Johnson and Gary Brown Jr. battle side by side. Now into turns 3 and 4. Johnson on the low side, Brown up top. Here comes Cade Richards now on the top side and to the outside of Blair Norduft. As they work now into turns 1 and 2. Johnson and Brown still side by side for that second place spot. Meanwhile, Zeitner is G-O-N-E, God. As it is Norduft and Richards now back in the mid-pack. The 76 car and the 6 car way upstairs goes Cade Richards as Gary Brown Jr. will take over that second place position. Johnson back to third. Here comes Blair Norduft taking over that 4th spot now from the 6 car of Cade Richards. Trevor Anderson and Shane DeMay battling out right behind him. Zeitner will click off another lap as he goes into turn number 2, and now off of turn number 2. Straightaway advantage for the prime round of Malvern, Iowa, your champion in 2021. Zeitner followed by Brown, Johnson, Norduft, Richards, Anderson, DeMay, Vogt, Sadoff, Fitzpatrick, Haase, and Benson and Jelsma rounding out your field here at Interstate Speedway. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch goes to 62 of Justin Zeitner as we look at Trevor Anderson and Shane DeMay as they battle it off of turn number 2. And the mid-pack here now into turns 3 and 4. You see the 6 car, Cade Richards, right in front of them. Cade Richards, 3rd night in a late model, won the heat race earlier. Of course, that being your Peterbilt of Sioux Falls. And in concrete heat race number 1. Anderson, your defending champion, still going toe-to-toe with the 66 car, Shane DeMay as they work through turns 3 and 4. Gale Boat is into the mix now, the 1B machine. Zeitner still checked out here in the 62 machine, and he'll come up on lap traffic. Gary Brown Jr. sits comfortably in second, followed by Chris Johnson, Blair Norduft, Cade Richards. As we look at the 3-car battle here coming off of turn number 4. Anderson, DeMay, and Vogt, your 3-car battle, their best battle out on the racetrack. Followed by Benson, Haase, and Jelsma. At the back of the pack, Fitzpatrick and Luke Sadoff doing battle behind this 3-car battle as they enter your screen now, the 27 and the 5-car. DeMay tries to work the bottom. Anderson has the better run of the 20 machine as they work off of turn number 2. DeMay will fade back ever so slightly. Gale Boat trying to work the middle side of the racetrack. And he'll slide way up high now. Fitzpatrick followed by Sanoff, Benson, and Haase, as the 62 car of Zeitner has gotten around the 9 of Jelsma. We are cross flags at halfway of this 25-lap H&H Mobile Home Service 8 main event. Still the best battle out on the racetrack now is between Trevor Anderson, the 20 and the 66 of Shane DeMay, and the 1B of Gail Vogt. Round and around we go. The Interstate Speedway just outside of Jefferson, South Dakota here tonight. And still this best battle is between DeMay and Anderson. Anderson better through the corner. DeMay will try to catch him down the straightaways. They'll pull side by side. Anderson has better pull coming out of the corner. Cade Richards sits comfortably in his 5th place position in the number 6 car. Meanwhile, the 62 car of Justin Zeitner has worked his way around the 45 of John Haase, as Anderson and DeMay side by side now for position as they come through turn 3 and 4. Make it almost 3 wide with Gail Vogt. DeMay found something on the bottom. Anderson runs the middle. They're side by side as Vogt waiting in the shadows as they come down the backstretch. Your leader right now, though, the 62 of Zeitner coming down the backstretch as well now into turn 3. Gary Brown Jr. still sits in that 2nd place position in the number 22, followed by Chris Johnson, Blair Nordic, Cade Richards. Then it's Shane DeMay and Trevor Anderson from 6th and 7th, with Vogt sitting at 8th. Fitzpatrick, South, Benson, Haase, and Jill Swinker running order. Trevor Anderson has gotten back by the 66 car of Shane DeMay, pushing DeMay back to 7th. Anderson will start to gap the 66 now as they work through turns 3 and 4. We have 7 laps remaining. Zeitner on the high side in the 62 machine. You see him on the TV screens at home here. Going to work on the back of the 71 car of Mike Benson. Benson gets a little loose on entry there. Zeitner off the wall as you see sparks fly off the 62 right rear corner. Zeitner putting it on the cushion, letting her eat up top. 5 laps to go this time by for the number 62 car out of Malvern, Iowa. Gary Brown Jr., though, starting to make a late race charge on the 62 machine. Last win for Gary Brown Jr. came in Wagner Speedway in the 2022 season as he'll try to get around Mike Benson. 4 laps remain. Does Brown have enough time to possibly run down the 62 of Zeitner? He's going to cut it close. 3 to go this time by. Brown is on the move as Zeitner slides way high. Gary Brown Jr. works the bottom of the track. Oh, Zeitner's in the wall. Here comes Gary Brown Jr. Zeitner's broke. Zeitner is broke. Limping on the top side. Will the caution come out? Yes, it will. Your race leader, the 62 car of Justin Zeitner, broke in turn 2. Wow. Zeitner had a full head of steam, and he was out to, I believe, at one point, it was a few seconds. It cut to just about a second lead over the 22 of Gary Brown Jr. The 62 car getting high in turns 1 and 2, grabs and tags the wall, and now the 62 car is broke. Three laps remain here in tonight's 25-lap H&H Mobile Home Service A main event. They'll hit the loud pedal and we're back at it. Gary Brown Jr., your race leader. Thundering down into turns 1 and 2. Brown will lead him now to 3. Blair Nordup sits in that 2nd place spot now after getting around Chris Johnson. 2 to go, green in the air. Cade Richards up to 4th, so is Trevor Anderson, as Shane DeMay right there as well. Vogt and DeMay side by side. White flag coming out this time by, though, for the 22 of GBJR, Gary Brown Jr. Into turns 3 and 4. He'll get the win here tonight. Gary Brown Jr., followed by Blair Nordup, Chris Johnson, Cade Richards, Trevor Anderson, your top 5. Shane DeMay, Luke Sanoff, Gail Vogt, Dylan Fitzpatrick, Mike Benson, Jared Jelsma, John Haase, and Justin Zeitner. Wow. What a race. Steering wheel comes off and he climbs out of the car here in Victory Lane, Interstate Speedway. Let him hear you, Gary Brown Jr. Well, Gary, we've been talking all this week, and you said, I'm coming back. We had overheating issues last year. We got it fixed. Got the win at Wagner, but, I just want one more. Well, you come here tonight. You're running down Zeitner for that race lead with a handful of laps to go. Zeitner gets caught up some bad luck, and you got the race lead.
Yeah, I was, I had a really good start. I got him at second place pretty quick there, and I was able to, I was just saving my tires really for the first half of the race because the heat race, we were burning them off pretty good. So I just was pretty easy on the throttle, and then when I figured there was about 10 to go, that's when I started getting after it in a little bit, and I started seeing him get a little bit closer to me, but, tough luck for him, but I've had some go against me that way too, so I'll take it.
You'll take it any way you can get it. The track slicked off beautifully tonight. How did that work in your favor?
Well, real good. I mean, we just set the car up for extreme, like whatever we could think of for forward bite. My brother said just whatever we could do to just drive around straight, and that's what we did, and it worked out good.
Well, you kept it straight. You find yourself in Victory Lane here tonight. Who do you got to thank?
I got to thank all the sponsors on my car for sure. My brother Mark for helping me out. Mike Johnson for helping me out too. Picky back home. My wife and kids for supporting me through racing. They know how much this means to me, and I can't thank everybody enough who's on the car. And thanks for Interstate Speedway for having us here this year. I wish we could get down here a little bit more, but we'll take as much as we can get if it's just once, but maybe next year a couple more.
Well, after a 3-day weekend of late model racing, Gary Brown Jr. ends up victorious at the end of night number 3 here at Interstate Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming on out and supporting the RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model Series.